What's up, guys? Welcome to NP Outdoors. Today we're doing a rod and reel review and what's in my tackle box. Let's get into it. Alright, so these are my four main rods that I use. I got a favorite. I think it's the Balance, and it's the flare rod, I think. And on that I got an Abu Garcia Revo SX and 14-pound trilene on there. And this is more my catfish rod and swim bait rod for big bass. So I have a big live target swim bait on there. And on this rod, sorry, I got the hiccups. I got my Mach Speed Spool, and it is a medium action. And for a reel on that, I have a Shimano Curado DC. I don't know what size it is, but I have 12-pound clear line on there and a bluegill colored jig. On one of my panfish / crappie rods, it's a St. Croix. Let's focus. Light power 6-foot with 4-pound line on there and a Pflueger President and a rooster tail on there. For my main spinning rod, or for me and my dad's main spinning rod, a TFO Professional. Hold on, let me specs on there. Medium, 7-foot, and then I have a Rebel Popper with a custom tail on there, or not custom, but just a white tailed, and then I put some red Sharpie on there. So yeah, this has 8-pound spider wire, or not 8-pound line on there. I don't know what brand it is. And we're gonna be going through what's in my tackle box. So right here, let's do my main tackle box first. So right here, I have this box with an Orvis sticker, and then Duck Unlimited. And in this box, I have my main stuff, my spinner baits and buzz bait in there, a couple glide baits, and then this very random bait in there. So yeah, what I have in here is a couple jigs, some chatter baits, and this is kind of a cool bait that I have. It's river to sea. It's like a newt or whatever, you know, like a salamander. I didn't get to use that during bed fishing season. I really wanted to, but I threw it once, and yeah. Here I have some top waters. I have a bat, and then some whopper ploppers and choppos. And here I have a Guggenskald flat banger. I just got that. I haven't really got too much time to test it out. And some craw crankbaits, jerk bait, cotton cordell. Here, kind of my scare reels / shallow diving crankbaits. KVD 1.5 is one of my favorites shallow diving crankbaits. And then some 360 swim baits. I don't know what they're called, but 2 rooster tails, some weights, and Texas rig hooks. Here I have weighted hooks, some sled shots, weights, and that kind of stuff. And then here I have some beads and Carolina rig stuff. So that's it. Or actually, those are 6 Sense glide baits. I don't know if you guys go check out 6 Sense. Here I have this tackle box, and I have 2 of these bluegill swim baits, and then I got a jerk bait in there, another swim bait, and a fluke in there. In this box, I have 2 square bills, and I don't know what it's called, but a Rapala kind of deeper diver. Some more square bills, and then a couple top waters. I have some poppers and skitter pop in there, and then some craw baits, some brush beavers, just normal craws, a couple bluegill panfish baits, a couple more. And yeah, let me put that in there. And here I got some jigs. I have this is one of my main jigs. It's just kind of a craw color, and it has a bandito bug on the back. Pretty good trailer, and then I have some swim jigs in there that I occasionally use. Not a big jig guy, but... Alright, let me put that back. For my top waters, I'm just going to take them out because they're just easier to see. I have some lunker hunts. I like lunker hunts. They're just really realistic. So I have the Lunker Hunt Phantom Spider, prop frog, a prop bluegill, I think it is, and then a booyah, I don't know what frog it is, I got a long time ago. This I really like. It's the Lunker Hunt, just a frog. but it's really short. You kind of want to trim your skirts sometimes so that they're kind of down to the head just for shorter strikes. In this frog, I've caught a lot of farm pond fish on it. It's just pretty good for that. And then this, I really like. I haven't tested it out yet. I got it right in fall, so I didn't get to fish with it a lot. It's, what is it? I think it's Live Target. I don't know what it's called, but it's got some nice trocar hooks on there, so really sharp. And that's really it for this box. I'm going to put all these baits back real quick. And then I'm going to get to my plastics and what kind of plastics I usually always have on hand with me. So let's do it. It's going to keep that stuff right there. Oh, and then I have some panfish box little stuff in there. You guys probably don't want to see that. Here I have some Googan baits and some Zoom. So, I'm just going to dump it all out. So yeah, I do have some bluegill baits, some big bite baits, some Strike King tungsten, already used one, some Zoom swim baits, those are pretty good. I use these in Lake of the Ozarks, the dam, and then I have a little fluke in there. I don't know why that's in there. I'll have Googan baits, a lot of them. Get them with the Shirt of the Month Club. So a Dragon Drop and Green Pumpkin Pearl. I like to rig that on a either a drop shot, which I don't fish a lot, or a shaky head. A shaky head's how I like to fish it. I don't like to fish baits very slow. Just a VNM vertical shad. It's kind of a good drop shot, so that's split shot rig. Bandito bug, I like that a lot. I've already used a couple. So, yeah, good during the bed season. And then some U-tail June bug Zoom worms. These are pretty good for pond fishing. I have a couple of trick worms. I'm not a big trick worm user, but a slim shake worm, pretty good. An Okeechobee craw. Some Reaction Innovations, Sweet Beaver. And just some worms from an old tackle box in an old bag. So, yeah. Some little power worms. Those are good for ponds. These, I really like these. Drop shad, or Dorp shad, really good. A Lunker log, I'm a big fan of the Googan Baits Lunker log, 5-inch. It's my favorite size. Some Rattling Neds. Some Zoom. I know it says White Pearl Flukes, but I keep these Yellowtail. They're actually Yum Dingers, but the bag on my Yum Dingers split, so I've just used this bag. I have some camo / green pumpkin trick worms, some drop shot weights and some drop shot hooks in there, some little flukes. I've used a drop shot for bluegills before. It's so awesome. Basically the same thing right there. Some Bobby Garland, and then some brush hogs in green pumpkin, and then some little. I love putting these on a jig head. And a Kraken Crawn Pearl White. It's alright at times during the bed fish when you can see them. Some Rattling Neds. I don't know if you can hear that, but like using those. And then I have some more plastics just because I want quick access to some of these. Some of these blue fleck worms, some Super Cross, the Express Bug, and Power Worms Tequila Sunrise. Then I have some X-Sound Pro Series, some of these little white. And then one of my favorite baits, I caught a 4-pounder on these 2 nights ago, is motor oil, 7-inch worms. So, yeah, anything else in here? And then some big Googan bait Lunker logs. I don't use those a lot, but I keep some pliers in there. Always keep a bottle of water to stay hydrated. And that's really it. I don't really have a scale right now, but I really need to get one. So that's really what I keep. I usually only bring one rod with me. And most of the time, it's this rod. This is my main rod. So, yep. Thanks for tuning in, guys. Thanks for tuning in to NP Outdoors. And if you're new, make sure to drop a like and subscribe.